Leo, you and I have been talking about this after the game Friday night, on the weekend, let's be honest, even today. And I think we need to discuss it a bit. And I'd like people to get your angle and your view on how it all unplayed. First, it was an important win. A must-win, I believe, for TFC against Chicago. Schweinsteiger in town, people excited to see him. But the team needed this win. And they got it done. And they got it done, Leo, with Vasquez, Giovinco, Bradley, and a team that looked, for the most part, complete. And then everything went haywire. Sebastian Giovinco gets substituted, doesn't come to the sidelines to shake head coach Greg Vanney's hand, goes straight to the tunnel, knocks down a couple stanchions, and watch out, everyone is unbelievably shocked about what happened. Give me your thoughts. First on the game, and then what happened with Giovinco and Vasquez.
First of all, I think that the game, was the most important results in the season, and probably the best performance of the team so far. It was important because after Columbus, it was important to take 3 points, to get the first victory on the home field, and to show that the team is still there, and the guys has still some important things to show to the league. About Giovinco, obviously it was something that was not pleasant to watch, and obviously that shows that something is going on probably between him and the coach, I guess. And I think that, first of all, mainly the thing that made Giovinco upset was that he wanted to stay there and score, because against Chicago he had the first time in the season he was the real Giovinco, the Giovinco that we know, that Giovinco that in the past 2 years conduct TFC to the MLS Cup and to scoring a lot of goals, winning MVP and stuff. So I think that probably there was this miscalculation by Vanney, but I also can understand Giovinco willing to score more and to show to the fans that he's still the best player in the league.
Leo, so here's how I look at it. I want to talk a little bit about, we'll get to Giovinco because that's the bigger story, but I want to talk about Vasquez. To me, this has been an unbelievable, This has been an unbelievable find by TFC. Well done by Tim Bazbachenko. Vasquez, to me, is the real deal. We said, let's wait till he gets his feet going, he gets in game condition. This is going to be a valuable piece. I believe that. This is a wonderful, beautiful player, and the vision he has is unbelievable. But I was more surprised and shocked again that he comes out with, if I'm not mistaken, about 15 minutes or give or take that much time left in the game. Because I thought that this guy still is fresh and could go more. And you could see that he was a bit upset, Leo.
Of course he was upset because, I think it was the third time in a row that he was substitute during the game. I think it was the 66th minute when he went called off on the bench. So, I can understand the frustration of the player because I agree with you. I think he's the real deal, and I really fell in love with the guy because he's really able to create game, to create chances. He's a fantastic player, and I think that he's the guy that the TFC lacks last year. So I think he can really make TFC better this season. But I also think that is, I don't know if it's the right word, but dangerous to keep substituting him every game because, of course, the guy came here to play and he's another level in respect to the other players, and I can understand to make minutes for the young guys, but in this moment, I think you need the best player to play, to get in the field, to play a lot, to get confident with the team, and then you can start to rotate the other players.
And my concern is this, Leo. we've never discussed this. Is the first time that it's hit me. I believe this could. I hope not, because as I said, I have a lot of time for Greg. I don't need to repeat this over and over again. I think he is an outstanding human being and a good coach. But I hope this doesn't go down like the Montreal Morobiello and Didier Drogba situation last year that we saw with Vasquez or Giovinco. I hope not, because this team, TFC, is built to win now. Win this year or next year at the worst case scenario. And if they don't, I believe they need to tear it down and start all over again with different players and different all over. I really believe that. Now, going back to Giovinco, look, I understand he was upset and hot with being subbed off. I would be upset and hot too. But here's what I would have done. I would have gone to the sidelines and, if he didn't want to shake Greg's hand, that's fine. Sit down, slam a chair and sit down. But the way he did it, I think put the spotlight on him as well in a way that maybe didn't look so good. But I can understand. Southern Italian, upset, that hot blood. I might have done the same. So I'm of two minds. I'm conflicted. I'm a little upset and I'm not upset. I understand both sides. You?
First of all, let me say that nobody is questioning Greg Vanney because, of course, he's the coach with whom TFC made his best result ever, because he's been here for like 3 years now, and we've got 2 times the playoff. We've been the MLS Cup, so he made this 3-5-2 that last season was probably one of the key to get to the playoff. So nobody is questioning him, but in this thing with Giovinco, I think that he made a mistake substituting him. I can understand the idea that you should shake your coach hand, and probably in MLS is less acceptable, this kind of behavior, and I could agree with you that you should not do that. But I can also understand the frustration of a guy that is the star of the team, is playing badly in the first few games. We know that he starts thinking that probably the fans was a little bit upset with him because of the results of the team. So there's a lot of things going in his head, and I think that between the relationship between a player and a coach, the coach is the one that has to keep his mind cold and be rational more than the player.
Leo, a lot of great points you make there. I think that the best remedy, the most important medicine to take is keep on winning. And if you keep on winning, I think a lot of this stuff will go away. I believe if you win one, lose one, win one, lose one, you're going to have these problems throughout the year. And this is a veteran team. There's some stallions, some horses on this team, some wonderful players that can really electrify people, like Giovinco, like Altidore, like Bradley, like Vasquez. And I think all these players want and feel the responsibility of taking this team to the final, winning it all. And that's why sometimes we see the reaction we get, Leo. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's be honest, Anthony. As you said before, I mean, this is our chance to win a title. I mean, we've been in TFC. We're following TFC on those seasons where we weren't able to do more than 20 points in a season. Now we have a team that is one of the best in the league. Is probably the best in the Eastern with Atlanta and probably Chicago. I don't know, but I mean, this is our moment, and probably the players knows it, and I think that everybody needs to make an effort to try to get the results. Because, as you said, if we let this thing destroy the environment, destroy the chemical that that you need in a locker room to get results, this is going to be bad.
You're absolutely right, Leo.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And what my concern is this, Leo, and I hope this doesn't happen, is I will stand up for Giovinco today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, because this is the player, let's be honest, that has taken Toronto to another level, to a final, to an MVP award, to waking up all over the world to say, look, I've come here, I've scored some wonderful goals, on and on. I will defend Giovinco until he is no longer here, if I believe he is not at fault 100%. I just don't like now some people out there on Twitter, some people talking about it and saying, well, you know, the Canadian people, they don't like to see what Giovinco did Friday night. This is not right. We are different people. We don't show. That's garbage. This is world football. In world football, when you get a wonderful player like Giovinco and others, they show their emotions because they care. They want to win. They're wonderful players. And if that means that, you know, he showed a bit of this emotion, I'll take that. But to start pitting Giovinco on one side, the Canadian people, the mentality, and the club on the other, that they don't like this is dangerous, and I don't think this is what should take place or should be talked about.
You're totally right. I mean, that's unfair because I think that in Europe or in Italy or wherever you want to win, you can probably take this reaction, the reaction that Giovinco has on Friday, also as a really strong, willing to win. He want to win. He want to score. He want to be the best. And you can make a problem because your star wants to be the best. That's not a problem. The problem is when your star is like Balotelli, that is lazy, doesn't want to run, doesn't want to score, doesn't give anything about the team. If you have your star player that wants to play and wants to score, you have not a problem. You have a solution, and you have a good ammunition for against your enemies.
Yeah, I agree with you, Leo, and that's.
I don't. Sorry for just one thing. I don't like either to start hearing people saying, as you said, that Giovinco is a spoiled star, that is a guy that wants too much drink, that he has his own character, he has a temper. Yes, probably he has a temper. Yes, probably back to his teammates. But I guess that some young players that playing in TFC doesn't gonna have another occasion to have a player that won a lot with Juventus, that play in the Italian national team to help him grow up, to help him develop his football skills and his career.
Well, I love exactly what you said, Leo, and I agree. And I think we can both agree, and the people out there watching us tonight, Leo, can agree. Giovinco cares. Giovinco wants to win. He wants to bring a championship to this city and to this club. He cares immensely. He wears it on his sleeve. He wears it on his heart. He cares to bring a championship, to score goals, to win a title, to win a golden boot again, on and on. And it's good to see that. I want players that care. I don't want players just cashing their checks and saying, hey, I didn't have a good game. Who cares? I get paid again anyway. He cares, Leo.
Oh, and I think that everybody remembered that a certain Jermaine Defoe got to London because he got melancholy from London. I think this guy never missed a game if he wasn't injured. And Giovinco, and this is something that I know for sure, loves Toronto. And even today, he put on Instagram some pictures of him with the red shirts, with the red jersey, saying the Six, love Toronto. I mean, I think that this guy is probably a star. He's probably sometimes has some attitude, and everybody knows that. But this guy is the guy that made the most difference in this league, and it's the guy that want to win and want to win here.
Yeah, but Leo, let's put the cards on the table here so everyone understands, plain and simple. LeBron James has a bit of an attitude, but he backs it up by winning a championship. Number one, we saw the Euro. Cristiano Ronaldo has an attitude, but what an unbelievable player. He backs it up. Championships, on and on and on. He backs it up. I don't care if Giovinco has the attitude like that. If he can back it up by getting them to the final again and winning it all, winning a golden boot, I'm good with that. Are you, Leo?
Of course. I mean, this is how you play in pro football. I mean, everybody loves the people that is smiling and everything. But everybody is made by, everybody has his own character. So you cannot choose the character of the people, but you can appreciate the fact that if you have a player that is a better player that ever played in this league and is playing in your jersey, and you want to score, and if you score 2 goals, you want to score 3, and if you score 3, you want to score 4, and if he wins 3 games, he's saying, I want to win 4. This is how you build a team that is winning, a winning team.
Absolutely.
This is how you create the mentality.